Faces in the fog. They say you can always trust the first face you see when you wake up. But when I opened my eyes, the world was a blur of fluorescent lights and antiseptic whispers, and the face hovering over me was my own, or close enough to make my stomach knot. I tried to speak, but my tongue felt thick, my mind empty, blank except for a name stitched on my hospital wristband, Lila. I didn't remember being Lila. I didn't remember anything at all. But everyone who came into my room, nurses, doctors, even the woman who mopped the floor, had that same face, stretched into polite concern, and they all greeted me like they'd known me forever. As the days passed, I listened to their stories, the birthday I spent in the woods, the lover I'd lost, the accident that brought me here. They recited details I couldn't summon, memories I couldn't touch. Sometimes, late at night, I watched them through the sliver of my door, gathered in the hallway, their identical faces flickering with candlelit shadows, murmuring secrets I couldn't hear. Each morning, they'd smile wider, their voices growing more insistent. "You're almost ready to come back to us, Lila." I started to question the reality of this place. Why was every clock frozen at 3:17? Why did the windows show only swirling fog, never sunlight or stars? I tried to escape, but every corridor curved back to my room, and every exit was guarded by another version of my face. Once, I caught sight of a mirror in a passing tray. My own reflection grinned back, lips moving in a whisper I didn't make. "Stay. Remember." Today, they wheeled in a new patient, limp and silent, a blank face waiting to be molded. I watched as the nurses leaned close, whispering stories into her ear, my stories. I realized then, I was never Lila. I was just another face in the fog, another memory pressed into flesh. The final horror struck me as the nurses reached for me, their hands soft and knowing. I was next to become someone else's story, and soon, I wouldn't remember this at all.